So today, not talking about the new Duramax directly, but just talking about towing kind of in general. So this is what we used to tow with. This is a steel Stinger. It's hollow. This is just your run-of-the-mill Hitch. Probably got it at a big box store. It has no brand on it. I don't even know who makes it. But it's a 2-inch drop. And then our trailer is a 2-inch ball. So this is what we used to haul with, and it wasn't quite enough drop for our Duramax. So that put me to shopping for a new Stinger. And we'll get to our new aluminum one in a minute. But I thought, being solid aluminum, I figured that would weigh more. And actually, it does not. So here is our old setup. It is the steel with a 2-inch, and we did have the replaceable ball sizes. So that's a 2-inch ball. Here's 1 7/8. Just put it on, and then it's not even a quarter of a turn, and they lock on. So I like having the ability to change the size without a whole lot of fuss. So anyway, this is what we used for quite a while. Let's take a look at the weight. All right, 8 pounds, 6.1 ounces. Now that's that one. Now, what I went with, trying to, keep corrosion to a minimum, and just because it's a nice looking piece, this is the Andersen Alumistinger. We've got a 4-inch drop, so more material, and then a stainless steel convertible. So stainless steel is heavy, if you didn't know. So heavy stainless steel, and then a solid aluminum versus tubular steel, and it's lighter. Check it out. 6 pounds, 12.2 ounces. That just blew me away. I thought, this being solid aluminum, surely it would be heavier than steel. It is not. So I was surprised about that. Then a couple other things, just while we're talking about towing. We have a new plasma table at work, and I was able to make myself a wrench to hold these flaps. I just thought that was too cool, because originally I was going to use this ball on this Stinger, just because all we had to do was work out this weight, or this drop, sorry. And so I was just going to harvest this, put it over there, and I was like, I don't know, this stainless looks so good. Well, anyway, I'd already made this at work. It's perfect though. As you're tightening the bottom here, well, this big old rascal, big old 1.5 inches, as you're tightening it, you can hold it lined up, if you've got OCD like some people do. So anyway, that worked out pretty good. It's just cool to be able to make your own stuff. So anyhow, that's our old setup. We ended up not using a single bit of it, and now it'll be in storage, I guess. This is a solid stainless locking pin. What I like about this is, this is the pin that holds your Stinger in the truck. Well, you don't have any of these chintzy import little barrel locks and crap. This is just a regular bent pin with a regular clip pin, I guess. I'm not sure. But the hole here on the end is big enough to put a padlock, a normal padlock, into. So I really like that. It's lockable, but it's not that chintzy, crappy stuff. This is I got this online from a company called Pivot Pins, so pivotpins.com, and we've had this one for quite a while. It shows like hardly no wear. I mean, there's maybe a little bit of discoloration there on the clip, but anyway, it works out great. I don't leave it locked on the truck. As a matter of fact, I don't leave my Stinger in the truck at all. I put it in, use it, and I take it out. I'm not one of these people that you ever got to worry about busting your knee because my hitch is hanging out the back. I'm not on board with that. Well, anyhow, we don't lock it until we get where we're going. So we secure it like this for traveling down the road. We get where we're going, and we lock it up tight. Don't have to worry about our trailer getting some legs and getting some yonder. So this is also a replaceable ball. Like that one, you use the flathead screwdriver on to change it. This here, the convertible, I'm just going to use this pin here. You push on the divot side, push it all the way out, and so here is our kit. We've got 3 sizes: 1 7/8, 2 inch, 2 5/16. And they all work on the same shank. This is 10,000 pound shank, 8,000 pound stinger. So we've got plenty there. I got this little cover so you can keep it all tidy and neat, because actually, this is another thing. I think I'm going to be using some Amsoil synthetic fifth wheel grease. And full disclosure, I am an Amsoil dealer. Use Amsoil and everything, otbauto.com. Just work that in there. But I do like the product. We use it all over for everything. And I called tech services the other day because one thing that this setup did have was this ball spins. And so that kind of kept any kind of wear and tear on your assembly, your trailer assembly to this. I kept that lubricated inside, so it stayed pretty clean. With this, the way that it works, once this pin goes through, there's no moving. So I was like, okay, I think I want to lubricate that. So I called tech services, asked them what to use. We'll be using this. So the reason I bring all that up is now, once we actually tow with this will be greasy, and it'll stay in this convertible storage container. And then I'll have this cover over the shank, which the shank won't be dirty, but it'll keep it from getting dinged up or anything while it's in the bed of the truck in between towing sessions. So I'll probably end up using some MPHD to keep the corrosion off of this polished aluminum as well. And I have these out here just to kind of show what it looks like as it dries. It just is it's kind of like a brown waxy something, but as far as protection against corrosion, it's fantastic. I mean, it does a great job. I'd encourage you to take a look at the Amsoil PDF. It's a G1136, and it shows what MPHD does for aluminum and what it does on steel to protect it. So anyway, we'll probably be protecting our Andersen Stinger. And by the way, this is all made in US. I'm a big made in US fan. Amsoil's US, this is US. So lastly, before we move over to the vise, this convertible came with this setup. It had a split locking washer and a regular hex. And I think they're nickel or something. They're not stainless. Well, this whole getup is stainless. I kind of wanted to stick with stainless. So I did a flat washer and then a nice 3/16 stainless steel to protect against corrosion. And I got all that stuff from McMaster. I like McMaster. They get us stuff quick. Since we aren't using a lock, I'm using the Loctite 248. It's like a chapstick tube. Put it on the threads and locked it all up. Now, let me pop this ball off and we'll go over to the other vise, not this little cruddy one. And I'll show you how I got all this stuff locked on. So, follow me. Let's head over there. All right. This is my Brockhaus Heuer. I think I said that right. Imported this from Germany, a company called Jens Putzier. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, so I might be botching all this stuff. But jensputzier.com, and this is a German vise. I just don't like all this stuff you get at like Northern Tool and Harbor Freight, and even Lowe's and Home Depot. They just offer crap these days. It's crap. So anyhow, German vise, and we paid for, got the whole kit of these protective, and they've got aluminum ones, rubber, felt, all kinds. Well, according to what we should be using, this is the F for felt, because we're working with a polished piece. I put this in here, clamped it down, and then I used an extension. So I didn't want this spinning, much like I made the wrench to hold the other one. I did this get up here. So I used that. I tried to eyeball a 90 degree here and then tightened all this up with the Loctite. I did that a couple days ago, so hopefully that's good. Honestly, we're going to be keeping a close eye on it. When we go on our first trip hauling, we're going to be sure to take this extension with us, the big wrench with us, and keep a close eye on it. If I have any problems, I'm going to fire up the TIG and I'm just going to weld it on there. So just as long as it doesn't get loose on us, in the first trip or two, then I'm going to probably say it's good. If it starts to get loose, we'll tighten it up, and when I get home, I'll weld it. So not a big issue. Last thing I want to point out, I never did know kind of what this slope is about right here. It's just to help you get it started in the hitch, rather than like square on square where it's just got to be lined up perfectly right. This kind of makes it like a funnel. You can kind of get sort of close and roll it up in there. So we haven't towed with this yet. They used to have this drilled for a cotter pin. I guess that's something they don't do anymore. But anyhow, it's a great looking piece. Andersen, I got this, all this stuff from eTrailer.com. I've been buying stuff from them for a number of years for all my towing stuff. So this is eTrailer.com, all this stuff, and hopefully that'll help you guys with your towing decisions. The biggest thing, the whole 8-minute video or whatever it is now, was I was amazed at just how light this was. Being solid aluminum and a bigger drop is lighter than that steel. So support American, buy you some good stuff. Thanks for watching.